Alright, so in this fourth chord progression video, we're ready to change our chords a little, not the names, but we will start using inversions as well as root chords. Remember that our chords in root position look like this: C, F, and G7. The main problem with using the chords like that is that we're hopping around a lot, and we have to look more closely at our left hand in order not to play the wrong notes. There are other problems too, but I won't get into that here. So what you want to do with your hands is keep them as close together as possible. If I play the first bar of Twinkle Twinkle and I'm harmonizing it with a root C, like this, I've got all this space in between. So if I move my left hand up to the first inversion, then there's a lot less space. In fact, the first note of the melody is the same as the top note of the chord. So their hands are about as close together as possible. I mean, you wouldn't want to use the second inversion of C because then your hands are on top of each other. So this is probably the best position. Now, when we come to the second measure, the second bar, we're going to use an F chord to harmonize the A. So our hand was here for the C chord, and so the F root is right there. So if we keep our hand in that position, we'll just use the F root. So, and then go back to the G, same G inversion. All right. So now we're ready for the second phrase of the A section of Twinkle. And remember, we chose to use the F chord. We went like this. So we're going to do that now. The last chord that we played in the last phrase was this one. So we'll use this F root again, and then we'll use that inversion of C, and then we'll use this G chord, and then finally the last inversion of C. So okay. Now, in the B section of Twinkle, we remember we had three options, slightly different ways of harmonizing the melody. One choice was C, F, C, G, like this. But instead of using roots, we can do this. First inversion C, root F, and then the first inversion C again, and then that root G using two hands. All right. Another choice was C, G7, C, and G, like this. So we could do this. We could start with second inversion of C, and then the root G7, and then the second inversion of C again, and then the root G. Okay? And you can experiment with different combinations, different ways of doing it. I'll play one now that I like the sound of. And let's see how this works. I'll also use those same two combinations that we just demonstrated. So if I go. Now, maybe that's a little complicated for you, but anyway, I'm just using those same two combinations that I demonstrated a minute ago. All right, so I hope this helps you to harmonize simple melodies and just experiment and see what you can come up with Mary Had a Little Lamb or Frere Jacques or Happy Birthday, but Happy Birthday is a little too complicated right now.